Climatic zones of the world. Different parts of the world have different types of climatic conditions. These climatic conditions determine the living styles of people around the world. People live in different types of houses. Their clothing and food also vary according to the climatic condition. Climate and weather. Weather is the daily condition of the atmosphere at a place. It changes constantly. If you are asked to describe the weather at this time, you may say it is hot, cold, windy, cloudy, or rainy. All these words describe the weather. But climate is the average weather condition at a particular place over a long period of time. The basic elements of weather and climate are common. There are 6 main elements that affect the weather. They are the temperature, atmospheric pressure, winds, humidity, clouds, and precipitation. The first 3 elements, that is, the temperature, atmospheric pressure, and winds, are related to the air and its movements. The rest of the elements are related to the moisture in air. Difference in climate. Climate has certain characteristics. It varies from place to place during the season. Some parts of India get a heavy rainfall in the rainy season, while some other parts get a little rainfall. Some parts of India are very hot and dry in the summer season, while some other parts are hot and humid. Similarly, different parts of the world experience different types of climate. Some places have hot and dry summers, while some other places have rainy summers. Some places are covered with snow, whereas some places are wet throughout the year. So, we see all these differences in climate. There are many factors on which the climate of a place depends. Latitude. We know that the Earth's axis is tilted. Hence, different places on the Earth receive different amounts of sunlight. Places where the rays of the sun fall directly are very hot. Places that receive the slanted rays of the sun are less hot. Places on and close to the equator get direct rays of the sun. So, these places are hot. As we move towards north or south of the equator, the variation in terms of amounts of sunlight increases. It means places in lower latitudes are hot, whereas places in higher latitudes are cold. Altitude. Altitude means the height of a place above the sea level. Highland areas are always cooler than the sea level areas at the same latitude. Therefore, hill stations are cool even when it is very warm in some plains. At the same latitude, the higher the altitude, the colder is the climate. Distance from the sea. The climate of a place depends on how close or far it is from the sea. Places closer to the sea are cooler because the sea water and the air above the sea heat up slower than the land and the air above the land. This results in sea breeze that blows from the sea and keeps nearby places cool. In winters, the air above the sea does not cool down fast, so the climate is neither very hot nor very cold near the sea coast. Cities like Chennai and Mumbai are near the sea coast and have a moderate climate. Direction of winds. Winds blow from areas of low temperature to areas of high temperature. Winds that blow from the sea are cool. Winds that blow from the warm places are warm. Warm winds blow from the equator. Cold winds blow from the poles. Warm winds can also cause rainfall. They can easily pick up moisture from both land and water. When they rise up, the moisture in them cools and condenses to form clouds. On further cooling, it rains. Winds blowing in and from the sea can carry moisture to great distances. When they go over mountains, the moisture becomes cold and causes rain. Climatic zones. On the basis of climatic conditions, we can divide the Earth into three climatic regions or zones. 1. The tropical region or tropical zone. 2. The temperate region or temperate zone. 3. The polar region or frigid zone. The tropical region. The tropical region covers the places between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The temperate region covers the places between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the Northern Hemisphere, and the places between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the Southern Hemisphere. The polar region. The polar region covers the places between the North Pole and the Arctic Circle in the Northern Hemisphere and the places between the South Pole and the Antarctic Circle in the Southern Hemisphere. These regions or zones are also known as heat zones. There are different types of climates in each of these zones. They are shown in the map.